Okay, let's get real for a second. Attraction? It's not what you think. It's not about the perfect hair, the flawless skin, the sculpted body, or that Instagram filter that makes everything look like a dream. No. Those things might catch your eye for a moment, but they don't hold your attention. True attraction? It's deeper. It's magnetic. It's the kind of thing that makes you stop mid-sentence, look twice, and think, who is she, and how do I get to know her? It's the spark that lingers long after she's left the room, the mystery that keeps you wondering, the energy that feels like a force of nature. So what's the secret? What makes a woman truly, undeniably attractive? Is it confidence? Intelligence? A killer sense of humor? Sure, those things help. But it's more than that. It's the way she carries herself, like she's got a story to tell and she's not afraid to let you in on it. It's the way she lights up a room without even trying, not because she's seeking attention, but because she's just being herself. It's the way she listens, really listens, like what you're saying matters. It's the way she challenges you, surprises you, and makes you want to be better, just by being near her. Attraction isn't something you can fake or filter. It's not something you can buy or borrow. It's raw, it's real, and it's rooted in something far more powerful than appearances. It's about presence. It's about passion. It's about the kind of energy that makes you feel alive just by being in the same space. So let's dive in. Let's break it down. What is it about her? The woman who turns heads, who leaves an impression, who stays on your mind long after she's gone. What is it that makes her unforgettable? Is it the way she laughs, unapologetically and with her whole body? Is it the way she owns her flaws, turning them into strengths? Or is it the way she moves through the world, like she's got a secret she's willing to share? But only if you're worth it? Buckle up, because we're about to explore what makes a woman truly captivating. And spoiler alert, it's not what you'd expect. First up, confidence. But not the loud look at me, in-your-face kind of confidence that screams for attention. I'm talking about the quiet, unshakable, almost effortless kind. The kind that doesn't need to announce itself because it's just there, like the steady hum of a well-tuned engine. It's the kind of confidence that says, I know who I am, I know what I bring to the table and I'm good with that. It's not arrogant, it's not boastful. It's just real. A confident woman doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. She doesn't need to dominate the conversation or constantly remind you of her accomplishments. She doesn't seek validation because she's already given it to herself. She walks into a room not to be seen, but to own the room. Not in a way that demands attention, but in a way that naturally commands it. It's in the way she holds her head high, the way she meets your gaze without flinching, the way she speaks with clarity and conviction. And here's the thing about that kind of confidence. It's contagious. When you're around her, you can't help but feel a little more sure of yourself. It's like she radiates this energy that makes you think, if she can own her truth like that, maybe I can too. It's not about perfection. It's about authenticity. She's comfortable in her own skin, flaws and all, and that's what makes her magnetic. But let's be clear. This isn't the kind of confidence that's born overnight. It's not something you can fake or force. It's earned. It's built through self-awareness, through embracing both strengths and weaknesses, through learning to love the parts of yourself that aren't so easy to love. It's the result of 1,000 small victories, 1,000 moments of choosing yourself, even when it's hard. And when you see it in action, it's captivating. It's the woman who can laugh at herself when she trips over her own feet. It's the woman who can stand her ground in a debate without tearing anyone down. It's the woman who can walk away from what doesn't serve her, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. That quiet confidence? It's not just attractive. It's powerful. It's the kind of power that doesn't need to shout to be heard. It's the kind of power that lingers, that leaves an impression, that makes you think about her long after she's gone. And that's the kind of confidence that changes the game. Now let's talk about energy. Because let's be honest, energy is everything. Ever met someone who just glows? Not in a literal sense, though maybe that too if they've got great skin. But in a way that feels almost electric? That's positivity in action. It's the kind of energy that doesn't just fill a room, it transforms it. An attractive woman doesn't drain your energy. She amplifies it. She's the one who walks in, and suddenly the air feels lighter, the conversation flows easier, and even the mundane feels a little more magical. She's the one who finds the silver lining, even when the sky seems determined to stay gray. She's the one who laughs easily, not because life is perfect, but because she's decided not to let imperfections steal her joy. She's the one who makes you feel like the best version of yourself just by being around her. It's not about being relentlessly cheerful or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about resilience. It's about choosing to focus on what's good, even when life throws curveballs. Positivity is like a spark. It lights up everything around it. It's contagious in the best way possible. When you're with her, you can't help but feel a little brighter, a little more hopeful, a little more alive. It's not that she ignores the hard stuff. She just doesn't let it define her. She's the kind of person who can turn a bad day into a funny story, a setback into a lesson, and a moment of doubt into a reason to keep going. And here's the thing about that kind of energy. It's not just attractive, it's transformative. It's the kind of energy that makes you want to be better, not because she's demanding it, but because she inspires it. She's the one who reminds you that life is too short to dwell on the negative, that every day is a chance to start fresh, and that even the smallest moments can be beautiful if you let them. But don't mistake her positivity for naivety. She's not oblivious to the challenges of life. She's just decided not to let them win. She's the woman who can cry her eyes out one night and wake up the next morning with a smile, ready to try again. She's the woman who can face rejection, failure, or heartbreak and still find a reason to believe in tomorrow. And when you're around her, you can't help but feel it too. Her energy is like a magnet, pulling you in and lifting you up. It's the kind of energy that stays with you, long after she's gone. It's the kind of energy that makes you think, I want to be like her. And that's the power of positivity. It's not just a trait. It's a superpower. Kindness. Oh, kindness. This one's a game changer. It's the quiet force that can turn an ordinary moment into something extraordinary. An attractive woman isn't just kind when it's easy. When the sun is shining, the world is on her side, and everything's going her way. No, she's kind when it's hard. When the day has been long, when people are difficult, when life feels heavy. She's the one who notices when you're having a rough day, even if you're trying to hide it behind a smile. She's the one who offers a word of encouragement, not because she has to, but because she genuinely wants to lift you up. She's the one who makes you feel seen, not just for what you do, but for who you are. She's the one who listens, not just to your words, but to the emotions behind them. She's the one who makes you feel heard, even when you're struggling to find the right words. And she's the one who makes you feel valued, not because of what you can offer her, but simply because you exist. But here's the thing about her kindness. It's not performative. It's not about looking good or earning praise. It's just who she is. It's in the way she treats the waiter who's having a bad day, the way she stops to help a stranger, the way she remembers the little things. Your favorite coffee order, the story you told her weeks ago, the dream you mentioned in passing. It's in the way she shows up, not just for the big moments, but for the small ones too. And that kind of kindness? It's unforgettable. It's the kind of thing that stays with you long after she's gone. It's the warmth you feel when you think about her, the smile that creeps onto your face when you remember something she said or did. It's the way she makes you want to be a better person, not because she's demanding it, but because her kindness inspires it. But let's be real. Kindness isn't always easy. It's not always convenient. Sometimes, it's messy. Sometimes, it's hard. It's choosing to be kind when someone doesn't deserve it. It's choosing to be kind when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're running on empty. And that's what makes her kindness so powerful. It's not conditional. It's not reserved for the people who earn it. It's just there, like a steady flame, lighting up the world around her. And when you're on the receiving end of that kindness, it's transformative. It's the kind of thing that can turn a bad day around, that can make you feel like you're not alone, that can remind you of the good in the world. It's the kind of thing that makes you think, I want to be like her. So, yeah, kindness might not be flashy. It might not be the first thing people notice. But it's the thing they remember. It's the thing that lingers, that leaves a mark, that changes everything. And a woman who embodies that kind of kindness, she's not just attractive. She's extraordinary. Independence is another big one. And let's be honest, it's a trait that doesn't always get the credit it deserves. An attractive woman doesn't need someone to complete her. She's already whole. She's not looking for someone to fill a void or fix her problems. She's got her own dreams, her own passions, her own life. She's the kind of woman who knows how to stand on her own 2 feet, who isn't afraid to chase what she wants, and who doesn't wait for permission to live her life on her own terms. She's the one who's got a calendar full of plans, not because she's trying to prove something, but because she genuinely loves exploring, creating, and experiencing the world. She's the one who's unapologetically herself, whether she's in a room full of people or sitting alone with a book. She's the one who doesn't need a partner to feel complete, but when she chooses one, it's because she wants them, not because she needs them. And that independence? It's not intimidating. It's inspiring. It's the kind of thing that makes you want to level up, to chase your own dreams, to be the best version of yourself. Because here's the thing. When a woman is fully herself, it gives everyone around her permission to do the same. She's living proof that you don't have to shrink, settle, or conform to be happy. She's a walking reminder that life is too short to live for anyone else's expectations. But let's be clear, her independence isn't about shutting people out. It's not about building walls or keeping people at arm's length. It's about knowing her worth, trusting herself, and refusing to settle for anything less than she deserves. It's about being strong enough to stand alone, but wise enough to know when to let someone in. And when she does let someone in, it's not because she's dependent on them, it's because she's chosen them. She's not looking for someone to rescue her. She's looking for someone to walk beside her. She's not looking for someone to complete her. She's looking for someone to complement her. And that's what makes her so magnetic. She's not just a partner. She's a force. Her independence is also a reflection of her confidence. She's not afraid to take risks, to make mistakes, to figure things out as she goes. She's not waiting for someone to give her the green light. She's already out there, creating her own path. And when you're around her, you can't help but feel that same sense of possibility. She makes you believe that you can do it too, that you can take risks, chase dreams, and live life on your own terms. But here's the best part. Her independence isn't just about her. It's about the energy she brings to the people around her. She's the kind of woman who lifts others up, who encourages them to be their best selves, who reminds them that they're capable of more than they think. She's not competing with anyone. She's too busy building her own life. And in doing so, she inspires everyone around her to do the same. So, yeah, independence might not be the first thing people think of when they talk about attraction, but it should be. Because a woman who's independent, confident, and unapologetically herself, she's not just attractive. She's unforgettable. She's the kind of woman who changes the way you see the world, who makes you want to be better, and who reminds you that the best thing you can ever be is yourself. Let's not forget style. But not the kind of style that's about blindly following trends or copying what everyone else is doing. I'm talking about the kind of style that's uniquely hers. An attractive woman knows how to express herself through her appearance. Not to impress anyone, but because it's an extension of who she is. Whether she's dressed to the nines in a show-stopping outfit or keeping it casual in jeans and a tee, she carries herself with a grace and authenticity that turns heads. Because here's the thing. Style isn't about what you wear, it's about how you wear it. She's the kind of woman who can make a simple white t-shirt look like a fashion statement. She's the one who pairs unexpected pieces together and somehow makes it work. She's the one who wears bold colors, quirky accessories, or vintage finds not because they're trendy, but because they speak to her. Her style isn't about fitting in. It's about standing out. It's about telling the world, this is me, take it or leave it. But her style isn't just about clothes. It's about the way she carries herself. It's in the way she walks into a room, shoulders back, head held high, like she owns the space. It's in the way she smiles, the way she gestures, the way she moves. It's in the little details, the way she ties her hair, the way she accessorizes, the way she puts her own spin on everything she wears. Her style is a reflection of her confidence, her creativity, and her individuality. And here's the thing about her style. It's not static. It evolves. It changes with her moods, her experiences, her growth. One day, she might be all about sleek, minimalist looks, and the next, she's rocking bold patterns and vibrant colors. She's not afraid to experiment, to take risks, to try something new. And even if it doesn't work out, she owns it. Because for her, style isn't about perfection. It's about expression. But what makes her style truly captivating is the way it makes you feel. When you see her, you don't just see an outfit. You see a story. You see a woman who knows herself, who's comfortable in her own skin, and who's not afraid to let the world see her for who she is. Her style is a reminder that fashion isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling good. It's about embracing who you are and letting that shine through in everything you do. And let's be real. Her style is inspiring. It makes you want to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, to embrace your own unique aesthetic. She's the kind of woman who makes you think, why not? Why not wear that bold print? Why not try that edgy haircut? Why not own your look and wear it with confidence? But here's the best part. Her style isn't just about her. It's about the energy she brings to the world. She's the kind of woman who makes everyone around her feel a little more confident, a little more daring, a little more themselves. She's a walking reminder that style isn't about following rules. It's about breaking them. It's about creating your own rules and living by them. So, yeah, style might seem superficial at first glance, but when you really think about it, it's so much more than that. It's a form of self-expression, a way of telling the world who you are without saying a word. And a woman who knows how to do that. She's not just attractive. She's unforgettable. She's the kind of woman who leaves an impression, who makes you see the world in a new way, and who reminds you that the best thing you can ever wear is your confidence. And finally, let's talk about authenticity. The secret sauce, the magic ingredient, the thing that ties everything together. An attractive woman isn't trying to be someone she's not. She's not chasing trends, fitting into boxes, or molding herself to meet someone else's expectations. She's unapologetically herself. Flaws, quirks, and all. She's the kind of woman who owns her story, who embraces her imperfections, and who refuses to apologize for being human. And that authenticity? It's like a breath of fresh air in a world full of filters, facades, and carefully curated personas. She's the one who laughs too loudly, who dances like no one's watching, even when they are, and who isn't afraid to admit when she's wrong. She's the one who speaks her mind, even when her voice shakes, and who stands by her values, even when it's not the popular thing to do. She's the one who shows up as herself, day in and day out, without pretense or performance. And that's rare. In a world where so many people are trying to be someone else. Someone thinner, smarter, funnier, or more successful. She's a reminder that the most powerful thing you can be is yourself. She doesn't need to hide behind a mask or pretend to have it all together. She's comfortable in her own skin, even on the days when it doesn't feel comfortable. She's real, raw, and relatable, and that's what makes her so magnetic. But here's the thing about authenticity. It's not always easy. It takes courage to show up as yourself in a world that's constantly telling you to be something else. It takes strength to embrace your flaws, to own your mistakes, and to let people see the messy, imperfect, beautifully human parts of you. And that's what makes her authenticity so powerful. It's not just a trait. It's a choice. A daily, intentional choice to be true to herself, no matter what. And when you're around her, you can't help but feel it. Her authenticity is contagious. It makes you want to drop the act, to let down your guard, to show up as your real, unfiltered self. She's the kind of woman who creates a safe space for others to be themselves, simply by being herself. She's a living, breathing reminder that you don't have to be perfect to be worthy. But here's the best part. Her authenticity isn't just about her. It's about the way she sees the world and the people in it. She doesn't judge, she doesn't compare, and she doesn't expect anyone to be anything other than who they are. She sees people, really sees them, and she meets them where they are, with empathy, understanding, and an open heart. And that's why her authenticity is so attractive. It's not just about her being real. It's about her making you feel real, seen, valued, accepted. She's the kind of woman who makes you feel like you can let your guard down, like you can be yourself, like you don't have to pretend to be someone you're not. And in a world that's constantly telling you to be more, do more, and have more, that kind of acceptance is priceless. So, yeah, authenticity might not be flashy. It might not be the first thing people notice. But it's the thing they remember. It's the thing that lingers, that leaves a mark, that changes everything. Because here's the truth. Nothing is more attractive than someone who's real. And a woman who embodies that kind of authenticity? She's not just attractive. She's unforgettable. She's the kind of woman who changes the way you see the world, who makes you want to be better, and who reminds you that the best thing you can ever be is yourself. So, what makes a woman truly attractive? It's not one thing. It's everything. It's the way she carries herself, with a quiet confidence that says she knows her worth. It's the way she treats others, with kindness that feels like a warm embrace and a curiosity that makes you feel like the most interesting person in the room. It's the way she lives her life, with purpose, passion, and an unshakable sense of self. It's the way she makes you feel just by being her, like you're seen, heard, and valued in a way that's rare and unforgettable. Attraction isn't just about what you see. It's not about the perfect outfit, the flawless smile, or the Instagram-worthy moments. It's about what you feel. It's the energy she radiates, the way she lights up a room without even trying, the way she leaves an imprint on your heart long after she's gone. The most attractive women? They don't just catch your eye. They capture your attention. They don't just make you look. They make you think. They don't just make you feel good. They make you feel alive. It's in the way she laughs, unapologetically and with her whole body, like she's not afraid to let the world see her joy. It's in the way she listens, really listens, like your words matter and your story is worth telling. It's in the way she challenges you, not to change who you are, but to become the best version of yourself. It's in the way she loves, not just others, but herself, with a fierce, unshakable acceptance that inspires everyone around her. And here's the thing. The most attractive women aren't perfect. They're real. They're flawed, messy, beautifully human. They've got scars and stories, doubts and dreams. But they own it all. They don't hide behind masks or pretend to be someone they're not. They show up as themselves, day in and day out, and that's what makes them so magnetic. Because attraction isn't about perfection. It's about connection. It's about finding someone who makes you feel something you can't quite put into words. It's about the way she makes you stop, look, and think, who is she, and how do I get to know her? It's about the way she stays on your mind long after she's left the room, the way she makes you want to be better, the way she reminds you of what really matters. So, what makes a woman truly attractive? It's not her looks, her clothes, or her accomplishments. It's her essence. It's the way she moves through the world, with grace, grit, and an unshakable sense of self. It's the way she makes you feel, like you've just witnessed something extraordinary. And the most attractive women? They don't just make you feel something in the moment. They make you feel something you'll carry with you long after they're gone. Something you'll never forget.